My name's Shay, and I'm here to talk to you about the Scottish Highland Games. You ever feel like just throwing a tree or a rock? Well, some people do. The Scottish Highland Games are held all over the world, from Ireland, Scotland, Iceland, South America, the US, New Zealand. The Scottish Highland Games have a couple rules. Main rules are make sure you have fun, everybody there wears a kilt, and everybody is immersed in Scottish tradition. So, Scottish Highland Games are 5 events at every game. You're going to have your hammer, you're going to have your stones, you're going to have weight for distance, weight over bar, and a caber. Your weight over bar is a 56-pound weight. You pick up and you throw up and over your head and it lands behind your back. Your weight for distance is a weight that's attached to a chain that you spin kind of like a discus and track, and they measure it for distance. Stones are literally rocks that people have taken and brought them back from different events that they've attended all over the world, and we throw them for distance. And the weights on those obviously vary because it's a rock. We do the hammer, which is an event that is also done in the Olympics, which is a ball and chain. But in the Highland Games, we do a ball on a stick. You put your back towards where you're wanting it to go, you spin it above your head, let go of it behind your back. Last but not least is our caber. Caber, also known as just the telephone pole, is up to a 19.5-foot tall, 175-pound tree. This is the only event in the Scottish Highland Games that isn't based off of distance or height. The caber, you pick it, so you pick it up and you hold the bottom of it in your hand, and then if you're looking at like the face of a clock, you run and you're going to throw this caber end over end. So if you're standing at 6 p.m., you want the top of your caber to hit the center of your clock and the part that's in your hand to go over and to land at 12 o'clock. They judge you by how straight it is. So you can get like an 11, a 10, a 2, a 1. A 12 o'clock is going to be your best. And you lose points for how far off you are. At the end of the event, they take all of the scores, all of the distances, all of the heights, all of your accuracy with your caber, and they put it all into a system and determine who's the winner of that game. The winners of the game get put into a national database, which then, once they figure out who's nationally the best, you get invited to the World Championship, which, a couple years ago it took place in Ireland. A year before that it was in Iceland, and before I started playing there was actually one in Tennessee, which I always thought was kind of interesting. The Scottish Highland Games require you to wear a kilt. Why? Because in the 1800s, everything Scottish related was banned. So kilts were banned, speaking Gaelic was banned, the games were banned. That originated in 2000 BC, so it had been going on for a long time. A whole bunch of things were just made completely illegal and not allowed to be done. Granted, people being Scottish and hard-headed did them anyways, and a lot of the time they would be either imprisoned or put to death for these charges. So now that they were unbanned by Queen Victoria, they came back full swing and everybody takes a lot of pride in them. So at these games, you not only have these heavy events that take place, but you have bagpipe competitions, drumming competitions, sheepdog competitions. I've seen keg carries where you carry a full keg as far as you can, keg throws. I've seen pole vaulting in a little bit of research that I was doing, which seemed a little interesting, but hey, I get it. The Scottish Highland Games were originally made for clans to get together to test their bravest warriors to see who was, the strongest and the most fit clan and the best to, lead people into battle and, lead different events that they had going on at the time. And so it makes sense that, you would need to be good at running and jumping and carrying and all of these different things that, they used as training exercises, we use as the Highland Games today. One of the biggest Highland Games in the world attracts over 3,500 people. So they're a very big deal and they're super fun, something for everyone to go to. We have one, the closest one's actually over in Victoria, BC. It's one of the biggest ones in the world. So if you find yourself trying to figure out a way that you can live and breathe history, the Scottish Highland Games are the way to go.